Hello friends, my name is Ari Ferrier and today I'm going to draw for you. The previous artistic work was a menace. It's terrible. Even looking at it makes me feel depressed. I know that you gave me positive feedback and you actually liked it, but I know you are just being nice. I am well aware of my failure. Well, the thing is, my latest artistic works have been recorded, and since I'm new at YouTube, I'm not used to this, recording while I am working and always turning the camera on and off and thinking what I have to say. You have to take in mind that I am a man and for some reason I can't do two things at once. Anyway, I think I have found a way to record my works in a manner that you can have a better perspective on my artistic work and at the same time being able to speak with you. At this point I am not sure if what I have in mind worked, but I truly hope so. So let's give it a try. Let's start. Alright, the reason why you are watching this is because my plan worked. As you can see here, I took the liberty, as always, to make a sketch first. It's a classical Mediterranean architecture. To be more precise, it's a Greek temple. And well, I'm not an architect, so it took me some time to make this structure. And we don't want to waste any time, do we? As an archaeologist, I should know about architecture, but let's just leave it there. Anyway, this is what I come up with. Recording the video from above, upside down, and while editing, I have turned it 180 degrees. I have completely taken the sound off and I have recorded this video now that you are listening, narrating what I have been doing. I was getting frustrated and a little bit sad to see that, it seemed to me that I was losing my skills. Always turning the camera on and off and thinking about what I have to say and not being able to listen to music, or you couldn't possibly hear me. Well, it made me create terrible artistic works, and it felt like I wasn't allowing my true feelings to be reflected upon the work. So now I have decided to record the work and later narrate it. In this way you can see it in a better angle and I can quietly enjoy the moment of creating art, and I can completely focus on what I am doing. Because you see, I'm an introvert. Don't be fooled just because I'm on YouTube and I talk a lot. I am completely alone in here, so that is easy. In a way. In truth, I am very, very shy. Anyway, now I can focus on my works, and as you know, when we create art, we have a specific mood that inspires us to create art, and listening to music helps to enhance that same mood. So now I am also free to listen to music, and then I just turn the sound off and narrate the work on top of it. Well, double the trouble, but I think it's worth the effort because that will be reflected on the work in the end. Alright, let's move on a bit, and I can't seem to take my head off the screen. It looks a bit weird, but this is the first time I'm recording this like this, and well, I have to work on it, so this is a sort of test. So I really need your feedback to know if you want me to continue to record like this. As I have said, it is much better for me and for you to see the work, and well, it's better for me to enjoy the moment and create better art. It's a lot of trouble while editing, but that's up to me, not to you, so you don't have to worry about that. So please give me your feedback if you want me to continue to show you videos of my artistic works like this. Alright, in here I have finished the bottom front part of the temple, and now I will go for the columns. Well, This work is a dream that I had a few weeks ago, and I thought it would be cool to, well, to put it on a drawing and tell you about it. In the dream I was in a clearing, a sort of grove at the base of a plateau. Night was drawing near, so I climbed this plateau on a steep goat track, going all the way up in a serpentine manner. The rocks were covered with wet moss, and there were flowers all around. When I reached the top, I looked towards the horizon, and the forest stretched as far as the eye could see. On top of the plateau, there was this garden filled with beautiful trees, freshly cut grass, and flowers all around, blooming. In the middle of the garden, there was a huge temple, completely white, as if it were made of marble. No decorations on it. It was absolutely white, and the moon shone upon it. The sky was clear, a sky of pale dark blue, a turn of stars. I was completely alone. No living soul at sight. I didn't actually enter the temple, but there was no one on sight. Only birds in great excitement, turning back to the trees to spend the night, singing a lot. There was a pyre burning in front of the temple, maybe an offering to the gods, I don't know, but I remember it was burning and made that creaking sound, and the smoke went all the way up into the sky, into the stars. It was a short dream, but very beautiful and very peaceful. Alright, let's move on a bit again. And as you can see in here, I have delimited the structure, so you can have a better idea of what I am creating in here, the temple. As you can see, all these ideas, all these images, and all these dreams that go through my mind, I really need to focus on my work if I want to reflect all these images upon that same work. So you can have a glimpse of all these ideas, all these thoughts that run through my mind. And I think I can do that now by recording in this manner, by being completely quiet and enjoying the moment while I am creating art, and then afterwards narrate what I was doing. As I have told you, I am an introvert person, and I really like to be quiet on my own corner, doing my own things. Well, I can be in silence for a lot of hours, but I'm enjoying the moment. I'm enjoying creating art, and that's the way I work. So from now on, I will keep recording like this, but I still need your feedback, but I think I will keep recording like this because in the end the works will turn out way better. Alright, in here, as you can see, the bottom part of the temple is done. There is a blank part in there for a tree that I will create later. Now I will continue with the columns. You will notice that I have followed a certain pattern while doing the shadows of the temple, especially in the columns part. And it gets a little bit monotonous, so I'm alternating between the columns and other parts of the temple, so I won't get so tired and I won't end up doing mistakes. Alright, now to the upper part of the temple, and let's fast forward a bit. Yes, I like this. This is funny like this. Alright, the temple is done. It gave me a lot of work creating this temple. Well, now let's go for the scenery. Now let's fast forward that tree, because we don't want to waste a lot of time watching the same subject. The tree wasn't that hard to make. A bunch of circles and tiny circles. I follow a certain pattern in here, and it gives a glimpse of shadows. Alright, the scenery is done, and I have followed, as I've said, a certain pattern in here in creating the scenery. It wasn't that hard, crossing a few lines and circles and such. And now let's go for the sky. Alright, I have chosen black acrylic to create a smooth surface and to be able to cover all this white area as fast as I can. And then after it dries, I am able to draw whatever I want on top of this black area with a white pen. Black acrylic with white pen works wonderfully, and you will see that in a second. Let's just fast forward this again, and yeah, fast forward is the best. It feels like I am so good at drawing. I'm so quick at drawing this. Such skills. Alright, the sky is dry, the acrylic is dried. While it was drying, I went outside to make some exercise for an hour, and it was raining cats and dogs out there. And I think I'm a bit sick now. Well, it was worth it. I like to go out in the rain. Anyway, now I'm going to make a few stars in here, and you will see I will also make some constellations to give a little mystical atmosphere to this drawing. After all, it's a Greek temple, and it's based on a dream that I had. And well, I'm not saying the dream was a prophecy or anything, but it was really mysterious and magical. So I want to give that element, those constellations that you are about to see. Alright, the first constellation that you see there is the Ara constellation. It's the altar constellation for obvious reasons. There is a temple, and probably there is an altar inside of it, and there is this pyre burning. And now I'm going to create the Corvus constellation, well, the Raven constellation, because, well, I like ravens, and there is a hidden meaning in there. But, well, you will see. I will draw 4 constellations in this work. Now I'm going for the Cygnus constellation. I'm not sure if you pronounce it like this. It's the Swan constellation. Well, swans have a certain magical and prophetic connotation, and in ancient Greece and Rome as well, in Roman and Greek mythology, swans appear a lot and often linked to the divine. And now, the last constellation, the Leo constellation, the Lion. Well, these are 4 constellations that I've created in here. The altar, the raven, and the swan, and the lion. 3 animals and an altar. Now I think the work is done, and let's see how it turned out. Well friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and please let me know, really, seriously, let me know if you like this new way of recording my videos, my artistic works. I really need to know. For me, I think it's a better way to create art. I can focus on my work, and then it's just easier to narrate it afterwards. It's not easy for me while editing, but that's not trouble at all. All the links to my social media are down below at the description. Thank you for watching, see you on the next video, and tack för idag!